Joining me now is Kingsview Wealth Management CIO and Fox Business contributor Scott Martin. All right, Scott, thanks for being on the program today. I got to get your reaction to Jeff's report because I find this so interesting. I mean, on the one side, you've got potentially higher consumer prices for electricity, but do you think that this is the right call for the tech sector that needs this energy with very little outages, right, as everyone's turning to AI?
Yes, it might be, Kelly. I mean, if you look at the trends in AI, I mean, certainly there's going to be more demand for power. And as Jeff pointed out, it's a great source of power for these companies. The problem is, Kelly, as you know, most of the states in the United States, there's only a handful of them, by the way, that generate a lot of their electricity off of nuclear power, say more than 30%. So you've got to get these states on board to start, let's say, generating that kind of power, and then secondarily getting it out to the companies themselves that need it. So there's some legislation behind that. There's obviously, there's push and pull in Congress, it seems like every day, over fossil fuels. Chuck Schumer's using all the gasoline and propane he can, clearly on his grilling masterpieces that he's put on the internet. So there's a lot of fights that go on with power over the years that are starting to really be at the forefront of our minds here because of the fact that the AI boom is so strong.
Yeah, and I think one of the big pieces of pushing away from nuclear, pushing towards green, right, has been that Biden administration agenda. So I'm going to pivot towards the Biden campaign here because I do want to get your take on what might happen tonight, right? I mean, they're doing their best to put the debate in the rearview mirror. The president is shutting down the idea of backing out. This weekend is make or break for President Biden. That interview tonight is make or break. Do you think the markets are going to react at all come Monday morning, or is the speculation about the president's candidacy already baked in?
Well, I'll tell you, it already feels break to me. So, yes, I think tonight I don't think it's going to save him. I mean, does he get do-overs? Does he get coin flips? I mean, who knows? If he doesn't like the question, can we swap words out and change the answers? The funny thing is, Kelly, is I think that's what's happened with the market so far. I was talking about this with Neil earlier this week. The markets seem to be adopting or expecting or certainly anticipating Trump pulling this one out, or at least somebody other than Biden, let's say, on the Democratic side. So you mentioned the Green New Deals and things like that didn't work out. Biden economics, which are not talked about anymore, ironically. Biden's Economic Council, Brian Deese and those folks, never hear from him anymore, yet the economy is so strong yet so weak. It's just a very strange situation where I think the markets, to your question, are already expecting there to be a sea change of events here, maybe both in Congress and certainly in the White House. And I think that's why, by and large, investors should be pretty excited about stocks here.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, we're seeing that bull market. I've only got about 10 seconds left, Scott, so I'm going to put you on a hook for an answer here. We got that jobs data today. Fed, do they cut once, twice, or none by the end of the year?
I will sum it up in one word, Kelly. The Fed does nothing the rest of the year, and that's what you should want because the rates staying stable are a good thing for markets, good for the economy, good thing for them to step away.
All right, Scott Martin, thanks for joining us today.